What up? It's the Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Alright, Steve Nash, gotta get it, man. Sorry, I'm finna lay it out. And just, you already, like that, like Tupac say, coward dies 1,000 deaths, a soldier only lives once. Steve Kerr. Well, I ain't gonna get him. But Steve Nash, man. Look. Just for the record, he was a great point guard. Steve Nash came on my radar like back when he got drafted by Phoenix, and then they moved him to Dallas. And Dallas, that's when they had Nowitzki. And him and Nowitzki was a great tandem, man. Like Mark Cuban being cheap, like he's notorious, like with trying to maintain a championship team. He lowballed Steve Nash, or he didn't think Steve Nash was worth the investment, something along those lines. But he got shipped to Phoenix, back to Phoenix. So then he goes to Phoenix. It starts off slow a little bit. And D'Antoni comes, or D'Antoni might have been there, one of the two. But point is, they took off. They were the rage of the league. This was after the Malice at the Palace. Stern was pulling a lot of funny moves, man. Just to be totally honest. People don't want to remember that. Some people might have forgotten. But David Stern was pulling a lot of funny moves around that time. Up until the time he went out, he was pulling funny moves, and that was one of them, like giving Steve Nash the MVP. Especially the second one. The first one I could go with. The first one I can go with. The second one, Shaq or Kobe should have won that. But it wasn't meant to be, so we're gonna keep it rolling. So they're fighting in the playoffs. They go against their big obstacle was the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs, headed by Tim Duncan. He was still holding on, but Phoenix was getting with him, and it was a hard series. So then Ori pulls the cheap shot, hip checks Nash into the score box or whatever, and they eventually lose because they didn't have Amari Stoudemire, because he got suspended for getting off the bench. Another Stern special. And I think that was they pretty much last legitimate shot. I could be wrong, but Steve Nash hangs around for a little bit longer, going to the playoffs, losing. Then they finally, right when Steve Nash was really used up, they sent him to the Lakers. But before I go into the Lakers, because that's a quick one, Steve Nash, another reason why the Phoenix team went out is because, go ahead, because there was some things going on. Steve Nash's wife got pregnant. And I don't have to give you details. You can look it up. A lot of people know that's in the know. So he goes to the Lakers, and nothing happens. And the only reason why they got Steve Nash, because the Chris Paul trade went through. Another Stern special. I can make a whole video about the things Dave Stern was doing at the end. Like, that was really missing the, like, putting them on the road that they on now with LeBron. So Steve Nash goes to the Lakers. He was hurt most of the time. Ends up retiring. He's he's a Golden State coach. That's the connection between him and Durant. He was like a shooting coach. He was some kind of coach with Golden State. And him and Durant got kind of cool. So when Durant went to Brooklyn, it was only logical that he picked somebody that he's comfortable with, so they got Steve Nash, but it just didn't quite work out. And Durant being rebelling against systems, like, he ended up really derailing Steve Nash's coaching career inadvertently, or might have been on purpose, who knows. But Steve Nash, his pride is gone. Like, you can look at him on the podcast, Mind the Game. You can look at him. He's just half a dude sitting up there, man. Like, for him to go along with all this garbage, and especially the shot at Jordan, Kobe, and Wilt, was ridiculous. And you know, like, life, man, it's funny. What it goes around. Whatever goes around comes around, man. And Steve Nash, out of this whole thing, might not get a job, no matter what LeBron do. Might not. So we'll see. But Steve Nash, man, I'm gonna keep you in mind, man. Like, I hope you get a backbone somewhere along the lines and you know, say something. But I don't think it's gonna happen. So that's all I gotta say on this, man. You see I'm sweating, man. I'm out here in the parking lot, man. Finna get this cut. Grandpa out.